Welcome back. Random TV Reviews, your girl Luna.
And your boy Stan Live.
Listen.
T Perry brought it tonight.
As Woodrow would say, Sister Perry brought it tonight. Let me tell you. Sister Perry playing though. Did y'all see the goddamn preview of Loving You Is Wrong? And Randall was in there goddamn box like he was shipping his stuff like he was a slave.
He lit that cigarette like
What? I don't know if I'm ready.
We're here.
But
September 13th. We ready for it.
Back in business, y'all. We got Mitch breaking up the fight between Deacon David, and old Benny, right? They still tussling like they say with the gun and all that good stuff. We're over it. But let me tell you, Deacon David was holding his own.
Yeah, he was
like, bring it. Bring it. He took it. He took his hair pinner off.
Yeah, because that was all wet.
I said, go ahead, take your hair pinner suit coat off so you don't have to take that to the dryer just yet. You get one more wearing out of it. So Deacon David was like, look, bring your tail on.
Come on.
Ain't nothing but space and opportunity in so many words. I said, David.
Let's do it.
David, that goddamn arthritis going to kick in on your tail in a minute.
So he got to go home and soak in that tub in that Epsom salt.
So, you know, Benny just talking mad stuff, talking about so, oh, you just mad because your wife want all of this, don't have all of this. Deacon David said, you ain't nothing but a child.
Yeah, you ain't nothing but a child.
Said she can't do nothing with you anyway. He was like, she done did all of this, done been all up on me, eating my milk or cookies. I
said, got him.
So David said, oh, don't forget, I already know about the car and the cocaine.
Yeah, I know about the car and the cocaine.
And he said, well, your
wife gonna get me off anyway.
Just like she did the last time. I said,
and after that, she got me off. I said, Benny, the shit.
I said, Benny, you get your A whoop.
Yeah,
I got doing again. So they finally finished fighting, right? And David's still looking at it, posted up like, try me. Try me. Just come on with it. I ain't fought since the 1960s, and I'm about ready to do it again. So I said, okay, David, calm your tail down. So this is when Mitch got up and, no, before that, and David told him, said, look, y'all punks, you need to be out of this town by the bomb.
No, he said, no, this is the way he really said it.
Well, he said it after that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Roll camera.
Go ahead.
He said, y'all better get out of town by the night. Because this town tomorrow morning, I'm going to bring all hell down in this place. And the like as you have never seen before.
Y'all know how we feel about David and them idle threats.
Them like as you never seen before. Those enemies.
Like you've never seen before. I said we really went all the way back there. I think he did it for us. I really did.
Yeah, he had to do it for us.
Because I said we the only ones that get off on him saying that.
But on the real, I'm sick of these phones. By now, they could have got a track phone. They could have signed up with an account with Verizon, Cricket Wireless.
I swear to God,
Metro PCS. Somebody. God darn it.
So, Mitch was like, look, put our phones back on. He said, you don't have nothing to talk to me about. Get away from me. I don't have nothing to say to you. Mitch still trying to have a civil conversation with old Deacon David, but Deacon David is all up in his goddamn feelings.
He all riled up by now.
But now he can't find his keys. So he looking all around, but he looked like Benny had hit him on his head one good time.
Yeah.
And knocked it loose.
He had a concussion.
And he really won't all the way here with us.
He was like, what?
So Mitch basically just went down and picked up the keys and pretty much was like, I need to talk to you.
Yeah, you need to listen to me, player.
He said, what did he say? No. So he was like, do you know who I am? David was like, hello,
just a punk that work here?
He was like, your phone's ringing. He said, my phone in my car. He said, your phone is ringing.
In the car.
He said, you're going to want to hear this.
Yeah, you're going to want to answer that call, player.
Because this call might change your mind about these phones. Just put our phones back on. So David gets into his car. That car is too small for David.
Yeah, he
barely got up in there.
He said, Hello? Is it me you looking for?
So, right. Mitch is standing in front of the car like Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Just posted up, stared at him. Right?
He knew it was about ready to get real.
So we hear, we know this voice by now. She said, David.
He said, Rose, is that you?
I said, yeah, that's Mama Rose. How you doing? He said, I'm doing all right. I said, do you know that boy that's standing in front of your car? He said, are you following me?
I said, yeah, I'm right behind you. He said, literally.
And we see this crowd
Yep.
posted up. I said, oh my God. So she said, do you know the boy's last name that's standing in front of your car? David was like,
no. I don't know him.
Said, his last name is Malone. Did you know that?
He said, I didn't know that.
She said, yeah, that's my grandson. Did you notice how her voice changed from Thug Malone to
it's my grandson.
Baking Cookies Malone? I said, wait a minute. That's what grandmas do though.
Yep.
So she was like, that's my grandbaby. You know, he don't want nothing to do with this family business and the restaurant and all this crooked stuff. He really wants to pave his own way. He wants to do right. He wants to be straight. But he does call us when he needs some things handled.
Yeah, when he need our service, have need of our services, he give us a call.
She said, so put the phones back on, David. He's still acting like he won't try to turn the phones on.
He said, I can't do that.
She said, you will turn these phones back on.
Because you know how it goes around here. So she just threatened you, player.
So David said,
He was contemplating.
He said,
I'll get the phones back on. She's like, no, I want the phones back on tonight. He said, okay. I tell you, boy, when Grandma start talking, Grandma know how to make things happen.
I said to Malone, that's my grandma for real.
Uh-huh.
That's my grandma call. Everybody be like, what? Okay.
He probably was, he was so shocked that she called him. Because usually they don't talk until they got a business together. So
it was business.
So he ought to known that he was in trouble.
So, we see David, he called Oscar, told Oscar,
go ahead and get those phones back on.
So Oscar said, well, it's going to take, you sure?
He said, yeah.
He said, well, it's going to take me a couple minutes to get the phones on. So then Oscar went ahead and called somebody that called somebody. I guess he called the head of Verizon and got them phones back on. Over there. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So then we saw Candace sitting in the car, still posted up watching old Oscar. She gets a phone call. The phone call said, Mama from hell. She says it to voicemail. Then the phone rings again. It's Erica. Erica said, look, Grayson don't stood me up. Her eye ain't busted this week.
Yeah, she got that junk fixed.
So she was like, yeah, he pretty much flaked on me or whatever. I've been with him too long anyway. But did you need me to turn back around and help you out? She was like, nah. But what I'm going to need you to do is go to the Sarandon Hotel.
Yeah, go over there and post up at the bar.
She said, because around this time, Deacon David is over there looking for his next drink.
That's bad. That's bad. That's bad that she knew he was going to be going over there. Because she didn't know nothing about the fight.
Nah.
Yeah, she didn't know nothing about the fight.
But she know him like clockwork.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, this one I need you to make your move. You know, old boy, call him. I don't remember the boy's name. Erica said, all right, I'll go ahead and do that. She said, what you do is, you go over there and you make him interested. But you pretty much play the cat and mouse game. And y'all...
Yeah, the damsel in distress.
Men like that cat and mouse game. They always want what they can't have, and they will chase it until they conquer it. And then, depends on whether they want it or not, they'll spit it out or keep it. It's the cat and mouse game. And it's never failed to, hasn't never failed yet. So she pretty much tells her, look, I need you to be the Southern Belle because his wife is a wench with a Southern charm. I said, where?
Yeah, I don't see it.
Where?
Maybe we not talking about the same person.
Maybe we ain't talking about the same South.
Yeah.
Because our South and her South is different.
Say, Candace, you got this twisted.
So she was like, look, if he offers to buy you a drink, don't take it. If he offers you his handkerchief, all that kind of stuff, don't take anything on the first offer. Wait until the second offer. And then you got him.
Because if he offer you something,
you
got him by the balls.
I said, what dirt? So then she said, you know, and on your second date, wear something yellow.
Yeah, Southern Belle yellow.
I said, he likes that Southern charm again. I said, oh, okay. So Candace's phone rings again. Mama from hell. She finally answers the phone this time for her mom. And her mama was like, I'm at the hospital. Candace said, I hope it's serious. Candace, I'm not playing with you tonight.
Woo.
Hannah said, okay, your son is at the hospital. He get ready to go into foster care. Do you care? And so many words, Candace was like, I'm not talking to you about skit.
She was silent.
So Hannah kept calling back and back and back. To the point that goddamn Candace threw her phone out the window.
Her own phone out the window.
And broke it up. So then we see Mitch. He finally goes back into the tow yard, right? In the office, sitting out. He talking to Benny, right? Votech Benny is sitting there, oh man, eyes all button.
He need to turn his phone back on. I'm sick of this dude. Going crazy.
He's like, I will fight him. I'll whoop his ass. I'll whoop his ass.
Mitch was like,
I ain't see no way.
I ain't see that. He said, Missy, I did whoop his ass. I did.
He said, oh, he
held his own. And he sure did. I think Dave got more licks off him than Benny got off him.
So Mitch was like, these phones will be back on. You know, I had a little talk with him. Benny was like, what you think you can do? Who are you that you can get the phones back on? Mitch said, you don't know who I am. You don't know who I am. And Benny was like, no, I need to go whoop his ass again. And Mitch was like, a good old talking to sometime would do the trick. And all of a sudden, the goddamn phones just started ringing off the... I said...
Benny in that crazy Kool-Aid smile. So they start answering the phone, getting all the messages, getting in the address, and I'll be there in the hour 45.
Why the phones was ringing off the hook like it was Pizza Hut?
Yeah.
So everybody was just waiting for y'all phones to come back on?
Yeah, so they ain't calling nobody else.
I said, whatever.
They should have called Southeast Tow.
So after they got a little break in there, then it was like,
What you do?
What you do?
What you do?
Mitch said,
I told you, dog. I told you, man.
I think that ain't whooping work.
Yeah, you know the good old talking, that ain't whooping work, player.
I said, you know what? Mitch, don't even boost his head up like that. So then we see Erica and the dude. They're over at the Sarandon Hotel, posted up like they are, waiting for goddamn David. David was late because he just got in a fight.
Yep. That
wasn't accounted for. Homeboy said, I need to go sleep.
He said, we done been here for too long.
Well, David comes on through. Go get his drink. So they faked like they was having a little Laura squirrel. I said that wrong. Yeah, but anyway, it's too late to even care. And they get to arguing. Homeboy was playing like he was married. Erica was acting like she was with him.
She was a side piece.
And David over there just ear gauging.
He looking.
That's
Because you know it's a media connection for him because he just got cheated on. So it all connected.
So basically, homeboy pooches off and goddaughter Erica busts out there crying. And David did what David do. Can I help you with something?
Can I help you?
And she was like, get away from me. And she
I don't want your napkin.
And ran off. She called Candace on the phone. She said, Mama.
It worked.
She said, well, do you want me to go back now? She said, go back tomorrow.
Wait tomorrow and go back and apologize.
I said, oh my God. But Candace let her know, look, I followed Oscar. You know this Negro lives in town.
He live right here.
With a family. As a matter of fact, his name is, what is it, Brandon Maven. And she said, I'm about to turn his little fairy tale into a nightmare. I said, here we go.
So I guess you're going to threaten him too. You're going to see an enemy like you never seen before, Oscar.
So then we see that the White House one. What is her name?
Miss Slave Master. That's what her name is.
I don't care what her name is. But she all around Candace's house with a leash with no dog.
Yeah.
Just round her door. I said she should get her tail blowed away. Hannah comes around the corner and scares the mess out of her. And this was Hannah keep pissing me off.
Piss me off.
Because she go automatically back into slave mode. Miss, what are you
What you
doing?
doing? No, you don't handle it like that. You say,
Get that.
what the hell you doing around my daughter's house?
Basically.
Yeah.
Homegirl was like, oh, I'm walking my dog. Hannah said, I don't see no
You
dog.
don't got doing dog?
She said, well, before my dog died, this is what I used to do. She was like, she's not home, you know. Do you have a key? And then she was like, you know that boy went in there and it never came out.
back out.
So Hannah was like, you told me you had a picture of the guy. Can I see it?
She said, yeah.
Why?
I have it right here. She said, I normally don't have these kind of things, but I have it right here.
And
You
then
was over
she
there
said,
snooping to try to find it. That's what you were doing.
so then she said, do you smell that?
I was like, oh, hell.
Oh my God, what is that god awful smell? Hannah said, well, I don't smell
Smell it.
anything. And she said, I need to call the city. Maybe it's a gas leak now. Pause. Hannah didn't smell it. Is it that the body is not stinking and homegirl knows that there's a dead body in the backyard? And she trying to put that out there in the air? Because if you can smell it, why Hannah ain't smelling it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she knows something is up. She know. Yeah.
So the White House gave Hannah the picture, and Hannah go ahead and spills the beans. You are not black. Because she's talking about some Quincy Maxwell.
Yeah.
And the lady was like, oh, that's his name? Because, you know, my husband was a cop.
Mm-hmm.
And my son, he's a cop. And my son-in-law, he's the chief of police. You know, I got a little investigation thing going on with me or whatever.
And so you done gave up the boy name. Hannah. That's why Candace can't stand you.
So then the lady was like, I got it on camera. Hannah said, you sure you seen this guy go in the house? Yeah. The camera don't lie. Look, I forget a few things in my family, think that I got dementia.
But these pictures don't got dementia.
I said, you know what? I said, but I think that dementia thing will come into play a little later on. So then Hannah is still standing there, and that goddamn Candace come rolling up. I said, oh, hell.
It's about to get real.
She said, let me have your son. Candace said, you don't have enough.
You ain't got nothing to offer me to get my son.
She said, I got $867.
And that's the money she got from the criers.
She said, give it to me.
I was like, oh.
She said, so you gonna blackmail your mama? She was like, this ain't enough to give me a purse. Here, take your goddamn money back. I said, Candace. Now, this is the cold-hearted Candace that I do like.
Yeah.
She was like, you're never gonna get my son. She said, so you rather for your child to go in foster care than to give him to me? She said, I am completely done this time. She said, for real this time? Because you said it.
The last time. He said, you always keep it coming with the same tune, but you end up right back here.
So Candace was like, get off my property and don't step on my grass.
Don't step on my grass.
I said, and she basically told Candace, look, you ain't no real mama, you ain't this. And I was ready for Candace to read her and tell her, you ain't no real mama. But Candace ain't said nothing to her. She just walked out her face and went back in the house. But then she said, oh, wait a minute, there is something that you can do. How about you tell my brother to sue them goddamn criers to get my goddamn money back. Now, you know Hannah goes right into it. Them good white folk don't owe us nothing.
Like hell they don't.
She said they hit my brother.
Yeah. And covered it up.
She was like, well, he got the tow yard. She said, but if he didn't have the tow yard.
And the only reason why they covered, freaking paid for Benny in that hospital and crap, because of the conscience.
Basically.
That was it. And they didn't want to get in trouble. So it was all to cover up. You two don't even realize it.
That's it. So then we see they got doing, they over at the FEMA jail. Lloyd comes in, the banker, goes in and talks to Jim. And I said, I think I know what this is. And I was goddamn right. He said, oh, it's done. Everything's good. He said, but I got a couple of problems. The board of directors, they on my back because they want to know why in the heck did I go around collecting all this goddamn cash and give it to one individual, and they want to call the cops because there's some problems with the paperwork. Well, come to find out, Benny's name is the one that's on the deed to the tow yard. And probably the house, too. Yep. They didn't say that, but...
Now I'm saying it is.
And Candace is the one who signed it.
Yep.
So you know goddamn Jim. Are you sure?
It's like, Yeah.
He was like,
get the paperwork right here, player.
He said, "Oh, this works out perfectly." He said, "Maybe for
For
you,
you, but not for me."
He said, "Oh, me and Catherine, we'll work that out. As soon as I get out here, we will work that out." He said, "But what you do is you call Miss Young, tell her to get her butt back down there with the money within 24 hours, or you gonna call the cops on her and get her tail locked up." So Lloyd was like,
"You think that'll work?"
He was like, "Uh-huh."
Yeah.
He said, "So you sure she don't have the money?"
He
Now,
said,
by this time, that Jim and both Lloyd know that money is locked up into evidence.
Yep.
I don't know where he told Lloyd that, but Lloyd knows that it's down in evidence. So he basically said she ain't got the access to the money because the money locked up down here.
Yep.
So that guy doing Jim was like, uh-huh. Now, pause again. Where was that crazy war?
Yeah.
When
Had
they
all
talk-
that mouth last week.
Why they talking about Candace? Where war at?
Oh, I know where he was at.
Eating that,
He was over eating that bologna sandwich he got from Jim.
Oh my God. So then we see Hannah. She finally ends up over at Catherine Carr's house because you know Catherine last week told her she needed to come back over to the house. She had something to show her. And that was God doing right. I was playing,
Yep.
but I was right. That's that prophetic gift. That prophetic gift said, girl, you
Yeah.
about to be put in the wheel and get your money. And God doing Hannah done went right back into slave master mode.
Yep.
I mean,
Piss me off.
just slave mode, not slave master. Well, what's this? And she said, I want to give you something. Read that paragraph. $5 million? You can't.
Yeah, I can't take that.
I can't take that. She said, and you will take it.
Hey, don't you forget you ain't got nothing?
So she had asked her at one point, she said, why are you doing the will? She said, you always supposed to be prepared. She said, well, don't you have a will, Hannah? Hannah said, I ain't got nothing.
Yeah. She said you will after you read that paragraph right there.
So then Hannah was like, oh, Miss Cryer, but I hope that, I go before you. Basically, I don't want your...
You know what? Like, matter of fact, I always said, when she showed me that paragraph, like, you want some tea?
I would have put her to sleep. I'm going to take you to bed.
I would have gave some tea, or I would have tried to contact David and Malone's them to take you out.
I said, oh my God. So she tells her, say, are you going back to the hospital today to check on Wyatt? She said, well, yeah, I was intending on going over there, but I can check on Wyatt while I'm over there. But she said, Miss Cryer, let me ask you a question. If I go to jail, will you get me out?
She was like, Hannah, what you trying to do, something illegal?
She said, just promise you gonna get me out. And she ran off like the runaway slave that she is. And Catherine was looking at her like, what the hell is going on?
What you get ready to do?
I said, oh God. And so then we flip over where we see Jeffrey, he over at Candace's house. And Candace is laying in the bed. Let me say this. I never mentioned it on this channel. But y'all know Tika Sumpter is pregnant for real.
In real life.
And you can see that pregnancy glow on her. And they position her just right so that she does not show her belly. But I saw a little bit of it tonight. Candace sitting in the bed, she and her feelings. She's basically reflecting over everything that's going on in her life and how everything is screwed up. She's basically told Jeffrey, look, I'm going to put my son up for adoption. Because there's no way in the world I can give him to my mom.
And I can't bring him here.
And Jeffrey was like, your mom is not that bad. She's got a kind heart. She said, yeah, to everybody else except for me.
But for me.
So, Candace said, well, would you allow your mother to take your child? He was like, well, basically,
yeah, because I got to move in with her today.
Say, if I don't propose to Melissa, she gonna turn us into the police. So, here we go. Candace said, you didn't dig it in deep enough. He was like, but that was an accident. I snapped. Snap again. I said, yes.
Yes, that's the Candace I like right there.
He was like, I can't do that. She said, you know what? I can't bring my son here. His daddy is buried in the backyard.
I can't let him go out there and play. Y'all can feel her on that one, though.
Yeah, she was like, so I can't.
Yeah.
She said, I can't bring him in all of this. I just can't. Too many people and all of it's coming back on me right now. She said, I'm just so broken.
Yeah.
And he was like, you'll figure it out. You a bad bee. She said, but this
bad bee is tired.
I said, darn.
I can feel you, though.
I said, why I feel that?
Yeah, she was like, I done conned too many people, and it's all catching up with me now.
I said,
it's almost like she feel like she gonna die. Tyler Perry,
you better not kill Tika.
You better not kill Tika off. You gonna lose about 45 to 50% of your artists, maybe 90.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know who can replace her.
And the thing about it is, it's possible that he will do it because you don't know if she wants to come back after she had a baby.
Tinker.
Tinker don't play.
Don't play with us. Don't do it.
So I'm like, oh God. So Jeffrey was pretty much like, look, you need to really consider this. You know, you just can't give your son to your mama.
She was like, nope.
Nope. And I said, oh God. So then we see Hannah the slave. She done ran up in the hospital and stole little Quincy.
Done took him.
And it went off from there.
But I got pissed off at the hospital because every hospital that I've gone in, bad right, here we go. Every hospital I go in, first you got to go through security. Security lets you know what room the person is in. Then you walk in the hall, you walk past 1,000 nurses, everybody can see you. So how in the hell was she able to walk up in the hospital, take little Quincy and go out the side door and go home and ain't nobody see her?
They lock doors. And if you're a child, they put those bands on you.
Yeah, and they got cameras in there. So,
yeah.
Where was security? They ain't see you walk through there.
For real, for real. But I'm going to tell you, Tyler Perry did this one tonight.
Yeah.
I was sitting there like...
I was on the edge of my seat the whole entire time.
Because we said, oh, I believe that Mitch is a Malone. I swear I do. But then I'm like, all of this can come together real good. Because then you can get the Malones on Candace's side to go against.
Yeah, that's a good thought right there.
But will they go against David and Jim?
But you got to realize them grandmas is on the grandson side. So if the grandson says, get them, they going to do it.
Darn. Yeah, I'm going to VA straight from the VA.
The dirty, dirty South. 2 up, 2 down. Holla.